their minds, all right? They are so starving for content because I'm not giving them any. They actually went into the Washington State voter database to see if I'm a registered voter in the state of Washington. Now, what they don't know is that I actually live in the state of Idaho, and I've been lying to all of you for a decade and fooled them. I'm just kidding. It's not true. Okay. The funny part about this is, who cares where I'm registered, if I'm registered, if I vote, if I don't vote? That's my choice. It's totally up to me. As an American citizen, I have the right to determine what I do. No one has the right to dictate to me that I vote, that I don't vote, that I do this, that I do that. That's the beauty of being an American citizen, is that it's called independence. But detractors don't know that. They actually think that because, I might say something political or talk about politics, that I need to be a registered voter and be voting in every single election on every single topic, and it's absolutely positively required of me. They are insane. All right. Now, I actually talked about this last night in my appearance on Kino Casino very briefly. But in a nutshell, I live in Washington State. In Washington State, okay? This state is very, very, almost 100% Democratic or blue-leaning, meaning it always leans to the left on political topics. So what that means is whenever there's an election, whenever there's a topic, the voting always goes that way. In fact, I think that for the presidential election, I think it's like 58% or 60% went for Kamala here, and like 30-something% went for Trump. So that gives you a perspective. So if I'm going to vote, all right, I'm going to vote on a topic or a situation where I feel like it's important. Like, wow, my vote matters. My vote counts. It could actually have an impact. Sadly, my vote doesn't really have an impact. Even if I were voting left or right, this state always votes blue. So for me to vote is like, I might as well be peeing into the wind. But that's the thing. Like, it doesn't really matter. If I lived in a swing state, holy crap, would I vote? No lie. I mean, then I feel like my vote has some kind of power, and that I'd actually have some kind of say in things that are important. But sadly, the way that the United States government works is not set up that way. It's just not. So if I'm not in a swing state where you don't know who they're going to vote for the president or whatever, why would I vote, right? Ineffective. And it sucks. I mean, maybe that's a problem with the voting system that needs to be reformed, that there should be overall popular vote rather than going by this, electoral college. I'm sure this will be one of 7,000 things that I will investigate and talk about if I do politics, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's what they've been talking about. I'm not even kidding you. Like, they are so upset with the fact that I am at 53 straight streams hitting my goals. They are so upset with the fact that no one hates me besides them. There's no more a consensus on the internet that DSP is a laughing stock, a joke, an embarrassment. It's either ignore him because he's not that important, which, you know what? I'm of that opinion. If you don't think that anything that I have to say has any merit, then just don't check me out. Leave me alone. What's wrong with that? I agree with that. You don't purposefully stalk and harass and try to ruin the life of someone who you're not interested in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Or people are starting to actually like my input on these kind of things. I mean, just look in the past few weeks, some of the things I've talked about. I talked about the Twitch CEO and how he is one of the worst leaders in tech right now. He's a guy who thinks he's in his 20s, but he's fucking in his like 50s or 60s. He's an old man. He's done nothing for Twitch whatsoever. He's putting out public posts that are outright lying about Twitch's enforcement policy for, protecting people from hate speech and stuff like that. It's absolutely ludicrous. I tore him a new asshole, and people are talking about it. It's not just, oh, Phil just said that. No, people are actually watching the clip and talking about it on their shows and stuff, which is pretty crazy. I'm now, addressing things like Dragon Age Veilguard and how incredibly poorly it has addressed the topic of wokeness and inclusivity and things like that. And people like that take, right? So now I'm able to talk about these topics, right? And I'm very happy that you guys are along for this cool ride, and the flip has happened. I mean, just like the flip of the pendulum swinging back and forth, right? The pendulum swings. The pendulum has swung. And now, for the first time in a decade, people care about Dark Side Phil again in a positive way. Fucking sweet. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. I'm not just some schlub who's going to sit back and be like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. No, I do care. I want to be here for you guys and hang out with you and have fun streams and have discussion about various topics. And it's not just gaming, but other things too. I'm down for that. I've been ready for that, but the internet wasn't. Well, now the internet is, okay? So thank you so much for that. And let's laugh together at how hilarious my detractors are completely breaking down and freaking out. Right now, there's morons saying, oh, you see, but 4 years ago, Phil said this about Trump, and Phil said this about this, and let's see him flip-flop and change his opinions. What the fuck? You are nuts. No, really, you're obsessed, you're nuts, you're fucked in the head, you're a bunch of fucking no-life losers, limp dick bitches. You're trying to stalk down words that I said and you're going to take anything out of context or anything to try to get a gotcha moment. Fuck off. Because now things are different. Now you are irrelevant. Get it? Bitches? Times have changed. This year has been an insane year of change. And the changes are going to keep coming. And everything's coming up DSP, whether you like it or fucking not. Eat it, choke on it, deal with it, or you can cry. You know, all those fucking awesome clips they did when Trump won last time. Well, guess what? It's happening again. All over again. Only this time, I'm here for it. All right. So before we start,